Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be doing my spoiler-filled film review for the new horror movie Truth or Dare from Blumhouse Productions and Universal Pictures. I was one of many people who were invited by Universal to attend the LA premiere, the red carpet LA premiere of this movie earlier tonight in Hollywood at the ArcLight Theater. I did a Facebook Live video on the EdWord Facebook page. You can check it out there. I'll have the link down below in the box here. But I did a live video there after the movie got out, and I was very flattered and delighted to be invited to a big red carpet premiere. I've never attended one before, so that was a real treat. And the movie was very interesting. It was very entertaining, and I'm about to give you my spoiler-filled review. So if you intend on watching the movie this weekend and you don't want it ruined for yourself, do not keep listening or watching this video, as I will be going into spoilers. So you have been warned. That being said, spoilers from here on out starting now. So yeah, originally I wasn't planning on seeing this, although the concept was intriguing to me. You know, taking something simple like just a silly game, Truth or Dare, and then turning it into something really scary and life or death situation-y. And I think that's what this movie set out to do, and I think it did that for the most part. You know, it had a really interesting concept, and I like how it took something simple. And this is one of the reasons why I enjoyed Quiet Place a lot too, which was great, by the way. A Quiet Place took something simple like sound and made it terrifying. Like you didn't want to make a sound or a peep during that movie. After watching Truth or Dare, you will never, ever, ever want to play Truth or Dare ever again. But the point is that these films have taken something simple, things we take for granted in everyday life, and they make them scary. And I think if they set out to scare you, they intend to do that. And there were certainly plenty of jump scares throughout this movie, and shocking graphic moments as well. And I think this movie set out to do that, and I think they achieved their mission. You know, they took something simple and made it very, very scary. I think the thing that I enjoyed the most was how it was like in the first half or the first act where they return from Mexico and they just blow off their whole experience with that guy Carter in the mission in the old church down there. And they're just trying to go back to living their lives. And then they are plagued by this entity, this demon called Calax. And it's a trickster demon, and he possesses people, and then basically how they're possessed with, like, they'll either have red glowing eyes, and then the person will smile like this. It looks like this creepy smile like this, and then like the lips go way up here. It was probably a combination of the actor or the actress doing this, but then like they add with CG special effects, they make the mouth wider or bigger or something. Whatever they did, it was creepy, very scary looking. Some more than others. Like the younger actors were they were more tolerable to look at when they looked that scary. But then like they had some older characters who, like the homeless man who broke into the girl's room, and then they also had like the dead guy who scared the young Asian guy when he was at the vending machine. That was a good jump scare. That one got me to, kind of jump out of my seat a little. I was in the front row, and I was actually in the front row as well. I get to the movie theater, and it turns out I'm looking at my ticket stub, and they handed me a ticket for like a center seat in the very front row. So I was like right up there with all of this stuff coming at me, and I was just like, ah. But it was fun though. It was good. It was good stuff. So yeah, but I like in the first half how they're trying to go about their lives, and then this game starts haunting them and tormenting them. And then unfortunately we lose one of the more likable characters, for me at least, is that this like young hotshot frat boy type guy named Ronnie, who kind of tags along with the main group of friends, but he's there when they've played the first game and it's introduced to them, and it's kind of like set upon them, so he becomes an unwilling participant, and he doesn't take it seriously. And then, of course, he's one of the first people to immediately go like that, and he has a pretty awful death too. He trips on an 8 ball, a pool ball, and then breaks his neck on another nearby table. And then that prick Tyson has the worst comment ever right when they're watching it on their phones because somebody sent it to them. He says, "Tough break." And the whole theater's packed, by the way, and we all kind of laugh but go, "Aw," at the same time, like, that's fucked up. It's just like, "Tough break," and we're all like, "Ah, oh." But no, it was good. The audience was very responsive, very well responsive. We all laughed at the same times. We all, kind of jumped at the same time, and there was some moments at the same time, like some backstabbing secrets were coming to light. And it's funny now that I think about it. This movie, in a weird way, had its own moral, or there was like a moral to the story. As weird as this may sound, but a good lesson to take away from this movie, despite its premise and despite just the kind of the silliness of it about being tormented by a game, is that you shouldn't keep secrets. I feel like that's a good lesson to take away from this movie, if there is one. But I think looking back, there were a lot of moments there, like these really emotional moments between friends, especially the two main girls, the ones who end up surviving, and then they dump the game on the rest of the world by posting it online. God, that scene where we were all like, "Oh, come on, what?" It was one of those moments, but it was all in good fun. But there were a lot of scenes where characters were revealing these really shocking secrets to one another, about one another, and it just made it kind of that much more uncomfortable for them and for us as the viewers, who were like, "Ugh, this is gonna be awkward," But I think that's a good lesson to take away from this: is that don't keep secrets. You never know how and when they may hurt someone. But as a horror movie, this definitely worked well as a horror movie for the most part. There are plenty of jump scares, really scary looking, not necessarily a monster, but I would say an entity that could possess people. And possession movies are always scary. They always creep me out. And this one was definitely a possession movie. And it was just one of those things that makes you go, it was just... Ugh, scary stuff, but it was very entertaining, and I was kept interested the whole time. And you know what? It's also got me excited for what else Blumhouse could do for the future, because I loved Get Out. I enjoyed this movie, and I'm thinking of actually getting into the Purge franchise because I'm intrigued by the premise of this new Purge movie coming out this July called The First Purge, which is apparently a prequel to the other Purge movies, and the premise intrigues me. So I'm thinking I might start getting into those movies and other films that Blumhouse has done as well. Plus, they had a really awesome maze this past October, this past Halloween, for Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, which I like to attend every year. They had a Blumhouse maze, and this movie was not a part of that maze. They had like The Purge, Happy Death Day, Sinister, I think, and a few others. But you know what? This movie was entertaining enough where I would almost like to see a maze of it at Horror Nights this year. And if not a whole maze dedicated to it, maybe just a chunk or a section of it, because there are definitely some scary moments in this movie, as anybody who just watched it will tell you. And that pretty much covers it. But primarily, I just want to express my gratitude and how flattered and happy I am that Universal was kind enough to invite me, among many other people, to attend the LA red carpet premiere. So for that, Universal, Blumhouse, I thank you. I had a lovely time, and congratulations on the new movie. I'm sure it'll be a big hit with horror fans and young teenagers alike. But no, this was fun, and I look forward to attending future Universal screenings and premieres as well. Hopefully, this is just the first of many. So I was grateful for the experience, and that is what I think I enjoyed the most. I mean, the movie I liked and it was enjoyable, but I think what I really enjoyed the most was being there, being in an audience during a red carpet premiere, and that was really special to be part of that. Like, even before the movie started, they had the producer and the director, and then the two leads, Tyler Posey, and then the girl, God, I'm blanking on her name, Lucy Bell, I think, or Lucille Bell. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name, but they had them come up there, say a few words, and thanked everybody for being there, and it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. So that is my film review for Truth or Dare. I guess I would definitely recommend it for horror fans, and if you enjoy possession movies, you will definitely enjoy this film. You know, when your characters are pursued by an unseen demonic force, that alone is just terrifying. So if you enjoy demonic possession films, this movie is right up your alley. I think you will really enjoy it. So Truth or Dare opens this weekend, Friday the 13th, fittingly, and from Universal Pictures and Blumhouse. Check your local theaters for times. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this review of Truth or Dare here on the EdWord. Thank you again to Universal and Blumhouse Productions for inviting me. I was very flattered and happy to attend, and I would love to attend more premieres as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of the night, thanks for stopping by, and of course, until next time, Truth or Dare.